Okay, in the previous lecture, we see the functions of geosynthetics, which is reinforcement, separation, filtration, drainage, fluid barrier, and the protection, right? So, talking about the reinforcement, so geosynthetic performs the reinforcement function by improving the mechanical properties of a soil mass as a result of its inclusion. So, when the soil and the geosynthetic reinforcements are combined, a composite material, so reinforced earth is produced that process high compressive and tensile strength. So geosynthetic act as a tension member coupled to the soil material by friction, adhesion, interlocking, or confinement, and thus maintain the stability of the masses, soil masses. Right. So there are the basic mechanisms involved in the reinforcement function, as you can see in this figure. Right. So the reinforcement function of geosynthetics can be divided into the following two categories, which is a tension member which supports a planar load, and a tension member which supports a planar load as well as a normal load. Right? As you can see in this figure, reinforcement function. So, Corner in 2005 considered three mechanisms for soil reinforcement. Right, first one is a shear or sliding. So geosynthetic supports a planar load due to sliding of the soil over it. Second is anchorage or pull out. So the geosynthetic supports a planar load due to its pull out from the soil. Third one is a membrane. So geosynthetic supports both planar load and a normal load when placed on a deformable soil. Right. Second is a separation. So a geosynthetic or geotextile act as a separator when placed between a fine soil and a coarse material such as gravel or stone blast. So it prevents the fine soil and coarse materials from intermixing under the action of repeated applied load. So this figure shows a geosynthetics layer which prevents intermixing of soft soil and granular field, thereby keeping the structural integrity and functioning of both materials intact. So typical example is in the construction of a highway in which clay subgrade is to kept to separate from the granular base course is given in this figure. Right, here's a typical example of separation function of geotextile. First one is the separation of material, and second one is described separation of soil from the discharge element. Third one is a filtration. So geosynthetic act as a filter, which when it allows the liquid to pass normal to its own plane while preventing most soil particles from the being carried away by the liquid current. Figure shows the geosynthetic allowing passage of water from soil mass while preventing the mitigation of soil particles. Now, two cases may be considered. So, first one is a geotextile placed across a flow of liquid, just carrying a fine soil particles and stop most of the particles. Second is a geotextile placed in contact with the soil, which allows water shipping from soil to pass through while preventing any movement of soil particles. Two important properties required in a geotextile to work as a filter are first is a permeability across its own plane, and second is a porometry, which is pore opening size. So figure shows some typical example of filtration function. First is a transition filter in a dam. Second is a filter around the perforated pipe. Third figure indicates filter around the stone base. The fourth one is a sealed curtain filter. And last is a road embankment drainage filter. So these all are the typical example of filtration functions of the geotextiles, right? Fourth one is drainage. So if the geotextiles provide a fluid transmission within own plane towards an outlet, it says to be perform a function of the drainage. So water may be conveyed vertically or horizontally. Drainage is related to the role of filtration and is a function of permeability of a geotextile and its a pore opening size or porometry. So the figure shows that the geotextile layer adjacent to the retaining wall collects water from the backfill and transport it to a whip holes constructed in the retaining wall. Right. So this figure shows typical application of geotextile as a drain in order to accompany the function of drainage as a bulky geotextile or composite system is then needed. Right. So next is a fluid barrier. So geosynthetic also performs the fluid barrier function if it acts like an almost impermeable membrane to prevent the passage of liquid or gases. So this figure shows that geosynthetic layer installed at the base of the pond and prevents the infiltration of liquid waste into the natural soils. Right. The next is the protection. So geosynthetic placed between two materials perform protection function when it elevates and or distributes stresses and strains which is transmitted to the material to be protected against any damage, as you can see in this figure. So in some application, geosynthetic layer is needed as a stress reduction layers to reduce the local damage to the geotechnical system. Next is the application areas of geosynthetics. So geosynthetics are widely used in the field of civil engineering. So the major application of areas of geosynthetics are retaining wall, shallow foundation, railway tracks, slopes, tunnels, embankments, roads, filters and drains, earthen dams. Right. So first one is a retaining wall. So retaining walls are required where the construction of slope is uneconomical or not technically feasible. So they prevent the backfill soil from assuming its natural slope. Geosynthetic reinforced retaining walls consist of geosynthetic layers of reinforcing elements in the backfill to help resist lateral earth pressure. So geosynthetic reinforced retaining wall has a three basic components. First is the backfill, which is usually specified to be granular soil. Second is reinforcement layer, which is geo textiles or geogrids. And third one is a facing element, which is generally used to maintain appearance and to avoid soil erosions. So porous geotextile layers are used as reinforcement layers. Corrosive soils can be used as a backfill material. However, arrangement must be made for vertical drainage using geotextile or granular material. So a fines in the granular backfill soil should generally have a plasticity index value of less than 6 and their percentage should not exceed 15. So particles in a granular backfill material should generally be smaller than 90 mm sieve size. So if the particles larger than 19 mm sieve size are present in the backfill, then the geosynthetic can lose its strength. So geotextile is also used in the remaining in the retaining walls to perform drainage function. So the geotextile layers adjacent to the retaining wall collects the water from the backfill and transport it to the dip holes constructed into the retaining wall.